You are about to view video segments for Module 3, When Wrong Things Happen with Medication, Risk and Prevention.
Good morning, Mrs. Sager. It's Becky, the night shift nurse.
Good morning.
I'm here to give you your insulin this morning. How did you sleep last night?
Good.
That's good. Okay, this will only take a minute. Looks like it's going to be a really nice day out
that's
today.
nice.
Becky, the night shift nurse, prepares to give Mrs. Sager her morning Humalog insulin dose at 7 a.m. Becky has consistently cared for Mrs. Sager since she was admitted 1 year ago.
There we go. And as soon as I give a report to Betty, she'll be in to get you up and get you ready for breakfast, okay?
Thank you.
You have a good day.
The principles of safe medication administration are: give the right drug, in the right dose, to the right person, via the right route, at the right time. Despite staff knowledge of these principles, in the hustle and bustle of everyday life in the nursing home, almost anything can and will go wrong. Gwen is the only healthcare provider on the floor, and she's doing the morning medication pass at 7:45
Good morning,
a.m.
Mrs. Sager.
She talked with me.
Ready for breakfast?
Oh, yes.
We'll be serving breakfast in about 15 minutes.
Taught the same in middle school.
Good morning, Mr. Christman. Have medications for you, sir.
Thank you.
Nurse, we need help here. Mrs. Sager.
Natalie, please call your office.
Mrs. Sager, are you
Natalie,
okay?
please call your office. Thank
I
you.
knew she was here.
Mrs.
I
Sager,
knew she was here.
did you see what happened?
No, I didn't. Fairly newcomers.
Griselle, I need your help. Mrs. Sager?
Can you spot all the errors? Please take a moment to discuss the errors that you've seen. Did you catch the first mishap? While the nurse was checking Mrs. Sager, she left the medication cart unattended. This gave another resident the opportunity to sneak something off the cart. What about the second mistake? Again, while the nurse was tending to Mrs. Sager, another resident took advantage of the confusion and discarded his pills in the bird cage. What could have been done to prevent these errors? Part of this facility's monthly quality improvement meeting will focus on adverse drug events. Each team member, in this case a nurse, pharmacist, administrator, and CNA, plays a key role in the problem-solving process. Let's join the meeting for the portion discussing what happened with Mrs. Sager.
I would like to thank everyone for coming to this month's quality improvement meeting. We have had quite a few medication errors in our facility that need to be addressed and resolved. I brought in our pharmacist, Bob, who could maybe give us some input on how to correct these medication errors.
Yes. Well, we'll start with an incident that occurred 2 weeks ago involving Mrs. Sager on the first floor. I see that this is the third time that she became unresponsive and was found to have low blood sugars. She is getting Humalog insulin 8 units in the morning.
Dr. Miller has been reducing Mrs. Sager's insulin dosage, but she continues to have the hypoglycemic episodes.
Well, what time are you giving the insulin to Mrs. Sager?
Mrs. Sager is given her insulin by the night shift nurse at 7 a.m. just prior to our morning meeting.
Well, now it needs to be given within 15 minutes of her breakfast. What time's breakfast, sir?
Oh, there's our problem. We don't serve breakfast until 8 a.m.
That is the problem. Yes, indeed.
Are you saying that we need to have Mrs. Sager receive her breakfast and closer to time of her insulin administration?
Yes, it should be given. The insulin should be given 15 minutes before breakfast.
Could you help us out with that?
I think I have a solution to this. We can contact the dietitian in the morning, cook tomorrow morning, arrange for the diabetic trays to come up 7:15 every morning, and the regular trays can still come up at 8 o'clock. And that should really reduce the problems there.
That should solve the problem, yes.
Okay, we'll get on that tomorrow morning.
And what do you feel about that, Griselle?
That's a great idea. Tomorrow afternoon we'll have a meeting around 2 p.m. and we can address the changes.
Yeah, I'll make sure I'm there so that every CNA and every nurse is made aware for both night shift and the morning shift so that we can reduce these problems, reduce the doctor's calls, and lower our medication errors.
Very good.
Okay, great.
Be good not to have any more emergencies such as the one with Mrs. Sager.
Yes.
This concludes the video segment for Module 3, When Wrong Things Happen with Medication, Risk and Prevention.